So I'm going to get a little philosophical today. Why? Because I can. Anyway, I want to talk about taking responsibility for your own empowerment. And what does that mean? What does empowerment mean? Well, it can mean many things. Specifically, what I want to talk about today is education. And it's not the kind of education that, we sat down in school, we had a teacher write out a whole heap of numbers on a board and we had to learn, maths and social studies and things we probably didn't like in an environment that, for most of us, we were just looking forward to recess or lunch where we get out and we can play with our friends and have a good time, right? I'm not talking about that kind of education. I'm talking about the type of education that empowers us, okay? The type of education that helps us look at the world through a particular lens that assists us to make sense of global events, of national events, of local events. Probably asking yourself, why is that even important, right? I'm just trying to work, I'm just trying to pay my bills. Well, if we look at the events of, the last 4 months, we have global level events that have come down and have affected us at an individual level everywhere. There's no one on the planet that hasn't been affected by this. And what I see happening at the moment, and these things have happened before. If you study history, these things have happened before where you have had a global level event that has affected people in their homes. And then that has been utilised and leveraged by people who have an existing agenda. Now, I don't want to get too complicated about that, but what we're seeing as we come out of this current crisis is there is a political spin taking place. So I'm not going to get involved in the personalities, in the organisations involved in this, in the news media that are involved in this, in the governments that are involved in this, in the different political systems that are rubbing up against each other. And we're all being told which one's right and which one's wrong. I'm not going to get involved in that because I believe societies that have empowered individuals do far better than societies that don't. And there's no excuse at the moment. So tear yourself away from the fucking Tiger King, get on the net and do some research. Learn about history, learn about politics, learn about political history. Study the events of last century because I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you, you're going to hear people saying the same things that people are saying today. And back then it was kind of excusable. March lockstep behind their leadership into fucking huge disasters. But we don't have that excuse now. That fucking excuse is out of the window. Don't let someone else give you your opinion. I'm going to say it again. Don't let someone else give you your opinion. It is your responsibility as an individual, as a human being, to form your own opinion and to respect the opinion of others. Form your own opinion and respect the opinion of others. So this is a really interesting point in history. If we allow ourselves, if we choose to give up our power to whatever organisation or whatever group is asking for it at the moment, and we all collectively march lockstep into some sort of 19th century disaster, history's going to look back and go, what were these people thinking? They had information at their fingertips. They could have educated themselves. They didn't have the lack of choice that perhaps people 100 years had. They didn't have to be ignorant. And yet they behaved like they were. They behaved like they didn't have the choice. They watched, Tiger King, right, instead of educating themselves. So what I'm saying is turn off Netflix, right? You can access the best lecturers in the world at Yale University, right? At Cambridge University, on YouTube. You can listen to these people speak. And what's interesting is if you don't understand it, well, then you can Google the terms that they're using. You can search the names that they were using. You can listen to other lectures. And then you can go and choose to find out information about someone that may oppose their ideas, and you can develop a robust opinion. It's not good enough. It's not good enough to sit there and go, oh yeah, you know, I'm not smart. We're all smart, right? If human beings weren't smart, none of us would be here, right? We'd have got eaten by lions 100,000 years ago, right? We're all smart. We're all capable of doing it. You need to get off your ass and you need to make it happen because it's important.